Wednesday, time for our weekly trip to the New Zoo.
Neil Anderson joins us live this morning from Swamico. How are you doing there, Neil?
Hey, Neil.
Hey, pretty good. It's a little cool out, but it looks like it's going to be a nice day, and we're kind of moving our way into spring. And with spring, what that means out here is the potential for some little zoo babies. We're right in front of the red wolf exhibit, and this is an exhibit of an endangered animal, and you're probably one of the most endangered canids in the world. And we're really hoping that this spring we'll have some little wolf pups out here. What happened is over the years we had a pair in here and they didn't produce, and we were hoping that they would. So we made a change, and it was a recommendation from the Red Wolf SSP. You can see Tamasco over there. He's our male. We just brought him in December. Now the previous male we had here, he was here for 4 years, and we didn't have any pups. But Tamasco, he came in from the Great Plains Zoo, and he's a proven breeder. And we're hoping that he's going to, get together with Laurel, and that we're going to have some little red pups, little red wolf pups. And I will say this is, there's only 194 red wolves in the country in captivity. There's probably a total of maybe around 220 left on the face of the earth. You go back into 1970s is when they were actually, what they ended up doing is catching the remaining population down in Louisiana and in Texas. There was about a couple hundred animals. And what happened is they caught the animals, they tested them, and they were down to 14 animals.
That's it.
14 red wolves
Wow.
is what the captive population started. Now they've been reintroduced into the wild in a few different spots in the country, in the southeastern part of the country, but they're part of a really intensive breeding program. Now we have, right now in captivity, there's 28 zoos that have them, and we have 174 that are actually in the breeding program. And what we need to do is we need to have about 25 or 26 young pups born this year just to maintain the population at 194.
And how likely is that to happen?
The recommendations that we ended up getting, there's 29 breeding pairs that they're hoping that would produce. Now what'll happen is probably less than a quarter will be successful. Normally they'll have 4 pups, and we're hoping that maybe this particular pair may go ahead and produce pups. If that was the case, this would be the first time for the zoo for this particular animal to go ahead and produce. But it'd be so important for the population as a whole, because when you're down to right now 174 animals, just to maintain the current population, like I say, you need roughly about 25, 26 births to go ahead and continue. So this is an important program for us. If you come out to the zoo, check it out. It's on the Wisconsin Trail, but you'll see one of the most endangered canids in the world.
All right. Hopefully the New Zoo can do its part this year. Thanks, Neil. We'll see you next hour.
Absolutely.